Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Is it that bad? No, it's just not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously, you think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the poem with me trying to impress you? Problem, I'm sorry. I'll tell you! Natsuki's face freezes, like she's just realized something. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over the poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom! Red-fresh, Natsuki quickly walks out of the room. Hey, Tiffany? Did you do something to Natsuki? I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No! I just told her that! My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monica that I'm trying to impress him. Monica sees the poem laying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She reads through it, her smile not fading from her face. I see. You wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean... not really? In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day, too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Tiffany? Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. I didn't understand Monica's joke at all. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Oh, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about. Hey! Natsuki comes up and snatches the poem out of Monica's hands. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the classroom. Did you read this, Monica? Of course, I liked it. You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know. You have a bad habit of doing that. But Tiffany wrote this poem, and we're supposed to share with everyone, right? Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Tiffany's done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this. If you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like this? Like what? Never mind! Natsuki? I'll give you the poem, but that's still not fair to Yuri. She hasn't gotten to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess Tiffany's right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it. Fine! Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she's going to like it, though. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. I'm gonna drink some more water. I may have made a mistake with this game. I am not a fan of poems. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders. So her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her.
It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone.
Not bad, right?
Oh, it's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you don't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course, it's about how everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter. It can't be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. I wrote it as some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you and think less of you. That just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone else likes? As long as they're not hurting anyone, it makes me...
I need a moment, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom.
Oh, Tiffany, you are such a good girl. Budget dicks.
Thank you, Shakira, for the bits. So, I needed the break because, well, I needed to use the restroom. Also, like, I basically tweeted this earlier today, and I refuse to believe I'm not Suki. Anyway,
Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people can too. Hydration break.
You know, I'm glad you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday, but I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay?
Well, thanks for being honest.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow, too, okay?
Alright, I will. Well, I've already showed it to Monica, but we'll... Hi again, Tiffany! That was kind of silly with Natsuki earlier, wasn't it? I'm glad the two of you have been getting along so well. That's one way of putting it. Anyway, I already read your poem, but you can go ahead and read mine now. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. Aw. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless, poing, a meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You'll never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this the tip about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Is it telling me I need to save my game? I will save my game. There we go. Is it my turn? Let's see how it compares to yesterday's. I see. It's a bit different. I respect you for trying different things, Tiffany. Were you inspired by Natsuki's poem? Or Sayu's, perhaps? Well, I guess you could say that. I thought so. I'm happy for you. You don't need to find inspiration in my poems. I write them for myself, not for anyone else. So I don't really need for people to like them or anything. Yuri! I'm sorry for being blunt, but you're overthinking this a little. Just because our styles are different doesn't mean I dislike your poems. In fact, if I tried to do something in your style, I would probably just do a terrible job. I see. I'm sorry. My stupid mind, it likes to do that sometimes. Anyway, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your readers to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course! Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands you her poem. The Raccoon! It happens in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendency as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon exhibits its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon's friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, a classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. I like bread. Thank you for the bits, insane. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, but sometimes enjoy writing about them. That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write about something like that? About someone being ridiculed for strange interests? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit by now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put any...
There. Moment. Give me a moment.
It's not like we can put anything to good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay?
We won't need much more than a few decorations. Suri has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets so we can give out during events.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Oh, sorry, I heard about it already. We're going to be performing!
Performing?
Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. The cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. So you're putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sorry, who's been coloring a poster holds it up for everyone to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You just start putting these posters up, didn't you?
Oh, well, I did? You really think it's a bad idea?
Well, no. It's just not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's performing in front of a group of people like that?
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it. Yuri is shaking her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayuri. I understand where you're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their problems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about.
Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun.
That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And that's all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem. Then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayuri looks worried. Guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we could do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Ugh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to just get over with it.
Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have any choice.
Ah, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri!
The club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Monica! This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of the strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through a notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is there something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Daria looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. Recitation? The four of us applaud. Monica takes a deep breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica!
Yeah, thank you so much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayuri?
I'll go next.
What?
You're firing up all of a sudden!
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her hands down, she walks quietly over the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called... After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she so suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure, and she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her. She's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was so good! Let me hydrate. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'll next then. Yuri hops up in the chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. So Yuri, it's a lot harder than I thought! How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. So Yuri begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sir Yuri is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayuri's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayuri meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayuri finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayuri. Even Tony liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayuri. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen your poems of yours, but that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind it, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. But, well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay, now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Tiffany. It's not like I can compare you to you guys anyway. Might as well let Tiffany lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to go. Natsuki! It's fine. Might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everybody has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. So I'm not exactly confident in my own writing. It's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good at it as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. But I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. It's something that'll improve over time. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah, I guess I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting... Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again.
Oh, well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can't put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just
I think it would be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is.
So, well, I guess in that case, we won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I've been making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you're reciting. Jeez, I should probably find other poems to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Oh, yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day.
I can't wait!
I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayuri and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayuri?
Yep! Look at you two, always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Tiffany, you don't have to say anything. Whatever, let's go. I walk home with Sayuri once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayuri is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayuri? Sorry, I was spacing out. Oh, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I was like, how we get to, Sayuri fumbles with her words.
She blushing at me?
So let's just say that one day Natsuki asked to walk home with you? Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here.
Well...
Oh.
Is Natsuki on the way? I feel like Sayuri, lives, next door or some shit. Consequences? Consequences? Why can't I walk home with both of them?
Sayuri? You don't think I would ditch you for Natsuki? But she's so cute and fun to be around. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to be really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Tiffany. You think about me too much sometimes.
Are you reading into this? You live next door to me. Why wouldn't I walk home with you?
Natsuki would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sorry, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point of speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of weird that Sayuri cares so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. And again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? next door. I mean, like, if we all want to walk home together, that's cool too, but like, it doesn't make sense to walk home with the other girl. Save? Okay. We're gonna save in an empty slot. Okay. Why are I have to go for clouds? Clown. Bunny. Smile. I feel like there was probably hints on these. Like, I recognized like some of the girls talking a certain way, and I should be paying attention to that, but you know. Play. I'm not trying for anyone, I'm just doing my thing. Kitty. Nibble. Fluffy. Tiny. Go with Sparkle again. Hey, I'm Tiffany Tiefling. Like, follow, subscribe. If you'd like to see more of my content, check out the links below.